Okay, and quiet. Hey, thanks for coming. One thing I'd like to tell you is this. This is their final project, and one thing that we can't go for whatsoever is talking. Do not be disrespectful. This is their final project, and they have invited you. You are their guests, and I would appreciate it if you would not talk whatsoever. When it's time to laugh, hey, it's time to laugh. When it's time to cry, Kyle, are we going to cry at all? Kyle? Yes, Kyle Andersen. Are we going to cry at all? What? Are we going to cry at all?
Yeah, laugh, cry.
Laugh, cry, and do all that stuff. That's fine. But we will not go for talking, and I mean that very, very, very seriously. Have I said this is their final project?
Yes.
Yes. Now treat them with respect. Without further ado, Kyle Andersen. He's the director.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to our performance. At this time, I would ask that you would turn off any cell phones or pagers. Also, as a common courtesy to the actors on stage, I would ask that there would be no flash photography during the performance. Also, please remember that this is a non-alcoholic, non-smoking facility. If you have any questions, comments, or objections, please feel free to check in with customer care. Also, any noisy children, please feel free to escort them to the lobby. Without any further ado, I give you the great contest.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul. Yeah.
And 2 plus 6, carry 2, and subtract the remainder.
Good gracious, Mr. Brown, surely that total can't be correct.
But Your Majesty, I've gone over these figures again and again, and they always add up to an empty treasury.
You mean we're broke? But Algernon, what if Count Von Petrified forecloses on the mortgage? Oh, Gertrude, my pet, if there were only something we could do. Already they have me down in the Mulvania history books as Algernon insolvent. If only we could economize a little more, but we've done so much already. What more can we do? I just don't think it looks right for a queen to be running around in last year's jewels. And then there's poor Princess Mildew, not one new dress in ages. Poor child.
She looks very beautiful.
That's because that dear child takes after her mother.
But how is Mildew ever going to find a nice, rich prince type to marry when she has turned about in rags?
I do have a suggestion to make.
Let's hear it, Mr. Brown, let's hear it.
Your Majesty, why don't you make up your dreadful quarrel with King Percival of Sylvania and ask him for a loan to tide you over?
Why, that's an excellent suggestion, Mr. Brown. They say that the Sylvanian history books call King Percival Purse the Prosperous.
I'm not going to ask that Percival for a penny.
It's better than having Count Von Petrified move into the palace.
It certainly is, Your Majesty. Already, Count Von Petrified is camped out on your doorstep with his spare shirt and umbrella, all ready to move in tomorrow if the mortgage isn't paid.
I'm not going to ask Percival for a penny.
Algernon.
Besides, it says here in the Royal and District News that Percival is on a world cruise in his royal yacht in Canada.
Ask his son.
Yes, ask him. All you have to do is ask.
Ha! A fat lot of good that would do. Like father, like son, they say. The royal crest is a crown with money bags all around it, and the first nickel they ever made lying on top.
Oh, I don't know about that. Lots of people think young Prince Conrad is generous to a fault. Handsome, heroic, true blue, staunch and all that.
You know him?
I was with him all through college. No one was ever closer to Conrad than I was.
See there, Algie dear? Prince Conrad sounds like a very nice young man.
Oh, he is.
And besides, it really is time that you made up your dreadful quarrel with King Percival. Why, I can't even remember what it was about.
Well, I can. It was about... No, it wasn't Gertrude, now see what you've done? You've made me all rattled.
Mr. Brown, dear Mr. Brown, please help me with my arithmetic lesson. Miss Lucy gets so upset when hello, Mother and Father. I didn't know you were here.
I bet you didn't. So this is why your arithmetic grades have been so much better lately. Mr. Brown's been helping you.
It was a pleasure, Your Majesty.
He's so good at figures, Father. It seems that our family can never add one piece of gold to another, come up with the same total twice.
We can so, and it always adds up to the same nothing. And there's the mortgage on the castle, and
There, Algie, dear. Let's go take a walk on the terrace. Well, we still have a terrace to walk on.
an excellent suggestion, my pet. Come, Mr. Brown, you may walk with us. The fresh air might bring us some new ideas on how to raise money.
Coming, Mildew? No, thanks. I have a dancing lesson with Miss Lucy in a few moments. Poor Mother, poor Father. I wish there was something I could do to help pay the mortgage. Count on petrified!
Princess Mildew, alone at last.
Though I know not why, such is my cleverness and remarkable instinct for character, that I feel Count Von Petrified is up to no good. Sir, I shall call my parents and tell them that you have arrived.
Do not trouble yourself, my little pigeon. There will be no great rush to hear the business which I, from Until that time, I shall merely move myself, my umbrella, and my shirt and socks into the topmost tower. Later on, when all is settled, I shall turn the castle into a sanctuary for homeless bats.
Our royal guards deserted us last week. All our servants are gone, and now our happy little palace snatched from under our noses. Oh, can nothing be done?
Little does Princess Mildew dream of the masterful plan which I have devised. The princess and the castle, nay, the whole country shall belong to me. I, Eric. On the Mulvania history books, and Mildew Monday will be a national holiday every year, second only to the merrymaking on Income Tax Thursday.
Oh, hard is the path of a heroine, and ray of sunshine. But it is my sterling worth that I must make that sacrifice. Count Von Petrified, I hereby give you my consent to ask my father the king for my hand in marriage.
Mildew, what is this I hear? Say that my majestic ears have deceived me.
But you can't marry Count Von Petrified, my dearest Mildew. I mean, your highness. You can't marry, do you hear me? You can't. He's a cat, I tell you. Neither's bound. Oh, can I bring myself to utter the fatal words? He wears brown socks with his black shoes.
None of us is perfect. And who are you to tell me what I can do and what I can't do? I'm going to marry the count and save the country. Time for a dancing lesson, Princess Mildew. Headstrong, just like her father. Alas, Miss Lucy, I shall soon have my hands full enough. I'm going to marry Count Von Petrified and devote my life to reforming him. Marry Count Von Petrified? Ick!
Just what do you mean, ick? My mother told me I was handsome in a repulsive sort of way. And I have a singularly winning personality. Why, there isn't a bat in this world who doesn't love me. Besides, I own the mortgage on this castle, and that makes me remarkably attractive.
Mr. Brown, you've been a royal bookkeeper for only a short while, but you do seem rather good at helping us out of our little difficulties. Can you help us
I most certainly can. Princess Mildew shall not marry Count Von Petrified as long as I have one drop of red blood in my handsome, manly, anemic veins.
Now see here, you're all forgetting the mortgage. You should all be very nice to me, or I shall foreclose right now!
The princess did indeed forget something. She forgot the contest.
Contest? There's a contest?
Certainly. A royal family as old as this one does have its traditions, you know. It's always been the custom to summon all the eligible bachelors for a contest of skill and bravery and all that. The winner marries the princess, of course.
But I've never heard of the contest before.
Well, you have now.
Contest? Contest?
Contest, dear, you know.
Oh, that contest!
Where's the entry list? Just what do I have to do to win the hand of the princess?
We could send out certain competitors, armed only with umbrellas, to fight the most ferocious dragon in the country. But we haven't had a dragon around in years.
Miss Lucy, please have this inserted into the Royal and District News at once.
Enter now. Only eligible bachelors need apply. Great Mulvanian Winter Princess Contest. No box tops to send in, no jingles to write. You need not be present to win. Just write your name on a piece of paper. That's all you have to do. And if your name is drawn, you win the hand of the beautiful Princess Mildew.
One piece of gold must accompany your entry, or you will not be eligible to win. I like it. I like it.
Contest closes a year and a day from next Wednesday.
Wait, no it doesn't. It ends tomorrow. That's when the mortgage falls due.
But that doesn't leave much time for the eligible bachelors to enter.
No, it doesn't, does it? But darkness is coming on apace, and I hear my friends calling. I hear you, little bats. I hear you.
Just one day for the entry links to read. I'll have this notice inserted in the newspaper at once. Just one day to prepare for the enormous influx of influential royalty? Come, Mildew. You must prepare a barbecue for your suitors. Nothing fancy, just kind of Mulvanian. On hand, fire the French chef.
By chance, Count Von Petrified wins. I'd rather lose the castle and everything else than have Mildew unhappy.
Your Majesty, fate could not be so unkind as to let the villainous, undeserving count in the hand of Princess Mildew.
Huh, wanna bet? Couldn't we pick our own contestant and, cheat a little?
Your Majesty, as an inventor of this contest, I can never count on such a thing. Everything must be on the up and up.
Just testing. Naturally, I wouldn't think of cheating. The contest sure was an excellent suggestion, Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Now, I must go join my wife in the kitchen. Coming, Mr. Brown?
In just a moment, Your Majesty, there are one or two things that I must see to first. Suspense is going to be frightful. Who will win, Von Petrified or I? Or some prince yet unknown to us? Oh, would that fate had designed that he who truly loves Mildew should be the winner? Suspense! Suspense!
Goodness, what a rush we had getting here in time for the contest. It was just a stroke of luck our Lord Chancellor happened to look in the local paper yesterday. And I said it once, if that isn't just the very thing for Reginald. Didn't I, Reginald?
Yes, Mother. withdrawn from the contest. It's you I want, or my name isn't Prince Reginald.
Entry fees are not refundable.
But I don't want to enter the contest. Gee whiz, I might win.
You most certainly might at that. Your mother's upstairs talking with Queen Gertrude right now. They're planning on how they can make sure that you will win the hand of Princess Mildred.
What should I do?
Why don't you try saying no to your mother every once in a while?
But Miss Lucy, you don't understand. I'm constitutionally unable to say no to my mother. I've tried, goodness no. But every time it comes out yes.
Goodness, how awful.
Look at all the entries that came by mail this morning. Good gracious, Reggie. I didn't know you were here.
Reginald, do you know Mr. Brown?
But his name isn't Brown. It is Brown. All right, if you say so. The way I did.
But you might win.
Just so I don't win is all I care about. I'm in love with Miss Lucy. Good luck, Brown. Thanks, Reggie. I'll pop off to the Royal Post Office and see if more mail has arrived.
Oh, Reginald, I do hope you don't win.
Gee, thanks, Lucy.
But what happens if that dreadful Count Von Petrified's name is drawn?
Cheer up. There are loads of other contestants. Baron Frankenstein, Manfred, Willie D. Werewolf. See, a whole bunch of my nice guys that might come up winners.
But Mr. Brown is so nice. If only there was one way that we can make sure that he would win and that you would lose.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
It wouldn't be cheating. It would be insurance, so that the course of true love runs smooth.
Our true love or mildews and browns?
Boom. Let's do it. Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown. There, that would do it.
Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown. Now it's bound to come up Brown. How can we lose? I mean, how can we win? I mean, oh, Lucy, all I mean is I love you. Come on, let's join Brown at the Royal Post Office.
Okay, but let's not tell Brown what you did. He'll never stand for it.
Little do they think that all their conniving will come to naught. Now the brilliant master schemer is here. I shall empty the box. Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown indeed. I shall now stuff the box with the name Eric von Petrified, protector of bats and itty-bitty crocodiles. Good song. Who goes there?
You here, Von Petrified?
Yes, as you can see, here I am, busy guarding the entry box from intruders, cheaters, and the like. But what are you doing here, might I ask?
Nothing in the rules says a man can't enter the contest more than one time. Now let me see, where's some paper for my entry?
Rumba. Brown's going to keep me here, clearing out that entry box. My umbrella will be full to overflowing. I must think of a way to outwit him. But how? Oh, ingenuity, come to my aid.
Ah, now where are all the pens? Between the Queen's shopping list and Miss Lucy always borrowing pens for marking the princess's arithmetic.
Mr. Brown, my guest.
Thanks, old man.
Little does Mr. Brown know that the pen is filled with disappearing ink. I knew my marvelous invention would come in handy one day. It looks all right when you write with it, but as soon as the paper's out of the light, as it will be in this box, it goes blank. It's all very scientific, and it was very clever of me to come up with it. Oh, do keep the pen, Mr. Brown. You may want to enter again, and after all, we do want to be prepared for that eventually, don't we?
Thanks, Von Petrified. Now you run along and get some rest so you'll be ready for the contest. I'll watch the box.
But if Brown is here, how can I enter the contest 99 times without paying, as I plan to do? Mr. Brown, you go. I'll stay and watch the box. Please, please leave me alone with that box.
Thanks all the same, Von Petrified, but we wouldn't dream of troubling you. Actually, Mr. Brown.
I'm afraid I must insist.
Hey, look, a bat!
Where?
Down to the castle kitchen and ask dear Princess Mildred to save me a plenty of pickles left.
Certainly, Your Majesty.
Just, checking the entry box, Your Majesty.
Good. I think I'd better check up on those pickles. Mildred and Mr. Brown never seem to keep straight when they're together.
Oh, Your Majesty, may I borrow your pen?
Certainly.
Thank you. Now, while the room is empty, proceed to stuff the box with the name Count Von Petrified. One, 2, 21, 22, 56, 57, 8, 1, 82, 7, 98, 99. There, that should do it. The box is full, stuffed to the brim. But at what cost? Writer's cramp is so painful. However, think of the liniment I should be able to afford, with all the taxes I shall levy against the Mulvaney citizens. Oh, Von Petrified, your middle name is Success.
The big moment is at hand. I shall now draw the name of the winner of the contest.
Do hurry, Father! The suspense is killing me!
The winner is... Good gracious, the paper's blank.
Blank?
Is there nothing written on it?
Mr. Brown's entry.
Blank. Blank.
Goodness, Mr. Brown has been busy.
There goes the 100 slip of paper. They're all blank. Something very strange is going on around here.
A doubt begins to assail me. Your Highness, this pen I borrowed from you. Where did you get it?
Why, from Mr. Brown.
And I got it from you, Von Petrified.
Foil! My disappearing ink has come home to roost.
Hope you've learned your lesson by trying to make me lose to yourself at blocks.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to enter phase 2 of the contest.
Phase 2?
Yes, each contestant will write a 25-word I want to marry the princess because essay. Judge will be final.
I'll be the judge.
No thanks. My word so counts for something around here.
Here, Mr. Brown. Use a pencil this time. You do want to enter, don't you?
If you want me to.
Oh, I do, Mr. Brown. More than anything else in the world. Reginald.
Yes, Mother.
Reginald.
Miss Lucy, it's a habit. It's hard to break.
Now it's mine. Oh, hands stiff with do your stuff.
All right, everybody ready? Reginald, read your entry, please.
I want to marry Princess Mildy because my mother told me I must.
Reginald, is that your only reason? Enter, dear boy. Mother will tell you what to say this time.
No, mother.
What did you say?
Miss Lucy, did you hear me? I said no, mother. You see, mother, I'm in love with Miss Lucy, and I'm going to marry no matter what anyone says.
Well, good for you, boy. One thing I can't stand is when Andrew keeps saying yes and he means no.
Now it's my turn to read my entry. I want to marry Princess Mildew because it's such a wonderful way to become ruler of Mylvania and levy all sorts of beautiful new taxes.
Oh, Von Petrified.
Yes, it is rather good, isn't it? I would like to say that I deserve success because I'm nice to itty-bitty scorpions and bats and crocodiles alike.
I now declare Mr. Brown the winner.
That was the most beautiful entry any contest has ever had.
Wait a second. Now what about the mortgage?
What do you think the entry fees were being collected for?
Oh well, if I can't have the girl, the gold is certainly welcome. I guess we can tear up the mortgage.
I just don't think it's right that a real princess isn't marrying a real prince. I mean, it's not that I don't like Mr. Brown. It's just that.
Is it time you told everyone who you really are? Prince Conrad?
Prince Conrad? Then why did you only pretend to be poor Mr. Brown, keeper of the royal account books?
Because I wanted to be loved for myself alone, dear Mildew.
But your father and I aren't on speaking terms.
You are now, Algernon. Why, you can't even remember what it was about.
I can't so. It was about that little strip of land between our two countries. We could never decide which one of us owned it.
But now our two countries will be joined.
And King Percival and I can be friends again.
And so the great contest is over, and the right man won.
He most certainly did.
And we don't need these entry papers either.
Hooray for the great contest that won me the hand of Princess.
I think I feel a song coming on.
If you're blue and you don't know it,
Put it on the Ritz. Different types may wear a day coat. Hats with stripes by the way. Perfect Ritz. The Ritz.
Thank you for coming. You can all go back to the fourth period or wherever you go.